Hello everyone. For this video, we are going to expand upon the lore of the core people, also known as the Shinjin race. Before starting, I have to clarify that this is part of the series of Dragon Ball Super revision, meaning that a lot of what we discuss in this video is essentially fan-made lore. However, all of it is based on actual canonical information. Without further ado, let's list the limited information we have regarding the core people. Number 1. All of them are originated from the world core. Number 2. All Kai and Supreme Kais are core people. Number 3. The planet world core have a population around 80 core people at one time. Number 4. They born from magical fruits of the Kaiju trees, also known as world trees. Number 5. They are naturally stronger than untrained mortals. Number 6. There are the normal magical fruits, which after becoming a core person, they can become a Kai. The ones born from a golden fruit can go even further and become a Supreme Kai. So that's it, the current information we have available regarding the core people. Now, let's go through what we know about the Kais. Number 1. In one universe, there are 4 Kais that supervise their own assigned area in the universe, and a 5th Kai named as Grand Kai overseeing the rest of them. Number 2. The Kais specifically oversee the living world. Number 3. They live in the other world, being one of the few living residents. Number 4. Kais have extraordinary powerful psychic abilities, such as telepathy and remote viewing. Regarding the Supreme Kais, what we know is the following. Number 1. Only core people born from a golden fruit can be Supreme Kai. Number 2. They are divine in nature, possessing godly ki. Number 3. Supreme Kais watch over both the other world and living world. Number 4. A Kai that was born from a golden fruit can also become a Supreme Kai if they have the potential. Number 5. Supreme Kais are gods of creation, allowing life and planets to be born. Number 6. They protect the universe from dangerous threats when necessary. Number 7. The Supreme Kais reside in the sacred world of the Kai. Number 8. Supreme Kais are naturally far more powerful and have longer lifespans than normal Kais. They also have powerful psychic abilities such as telekinesis and telepathy. Number 9. To maintain balance in their universe, the Supreme Kais lives are linked with their god of destruction. Number 10. Supreme Kais and their attendants are granted special magical abilities related to their role. First, we need to address the Shinjin world, translated as World Core. In this planet is where the core people are born. Unfortunately, there is not much information about this mysterious place, even its location in the macrocosm is unknown. Even though it would make the most sense for it to exist in the Kaioshin realm, there hasn't been any mention of it at all. The other option is that it resides in the other world realm, but again, there hasn't been any mention whatsoever, especially considering the core world it's supposed to be big, including the tree world that it contains. The only option left is that the core world resides in a completely different realm. Initially, I didn't like the idea of having to create a different realm for the core world, but after thinking about it, we can make it work and create some cool lore with it. Instead of making a different world core for each universe, let's make a single one that is connected to each universe. After all, it is called Core World. This planet exists in its own distinctive realm, and on it, immeasurable amount of pure energy flow. All of these divine energies are converged into the core of the planet and physically manifests as the universe tree. The universe tree is the first and largest tree, drawing divine energy directly from the core of the world through its roots. This abundant energy fuels the growth of massive branches, each capable of channeling enough energy to create an entire universe. If you watched my previous Black Ark video, we talked about the source of creation, making reference to the universal branches. The universe tree also gives rise to offspring known as world trees, which spread throughout the core world. These world trees produce magical fruits, which give born to the Shinjin core people. The universal tree occasionally produces special golden fruits, giving rise to unique core people who are inherently connected to the universal branch from which they originate. The newborn core people spend their days peacefully studying various topics related to their roles as Kai and Supreme Kais. They also learn about ki, magic and other techniques. When a core person is chosen to become a Kai for whichever universe they fit the most, they undergo a ritual which not only unlock and enhance certain useful abilities to perform their duties such as telepathy, but also, they officially become part of the universe they oversee. The core people born from a golden fruit are linked to their respective universal branch, and due to this connection, they are the most fit to become a Supreme Kai. This type of core people are more powerful than the rest of their race since they are naturally born with godly ki. Although, they usually focus more in studying and improving their special abilities than just increasing their power, all with the purpose to serve their role as Supreme Kai the best they can. Similar to the Kais, when a special type of core person is chosen to become a Supreme Kai, they undergo through a divine ritual which not only grant them the official position and other special abilities, but more importantly, they become the avatar of creation for their respective universe, by giving them access to the source of energy that flows through their respective universal branch. The reason for a Supreme Kai to channel these humongous energies is because it is necessary for someone to wisely use them to give formation to the universe and all the life on it. This is because the power flowing through the universal tree serves primarily as a source of energy, and without someone channeling it, the universes as we know them wouldn't come to be, and they would only exist in a chaotic state. Even though the Supreme Kais have access to this universal power, they can only use it to create and maintain all the planets and stars of the cosmos, and to bring life to planets, for anything else is usually forbidden. This restriction is because any misuse of the universal tree's power can lead for major negative consequences for an universe, such as entire solar systems dying out or new life forms ceasing to sprout over the worlds, but there also could be unique cases where a Supreme Kai is allowed to fully use the power of the source of creation for other purposes. Although one of the roles of the Supreme Kai is to create and maintain the cosmos, if the number of worlds becomes too vast, the energies from the respective branch of the universal tree used to sustain the universe will diminish. This depletion can result in a complete breakdown of the proper functioning of the entire cosmos. This is one of the reasons why the existence of a god of destruction is necessary to keep the balance of creation and destruction in check. Once a core person is promoted to Supreme Kai, they are allowed to have an attendant and also disciples, usually being another core person, but they can be any other race. More experienced Supreme Kais can also have other core people born from golden fruits of the same universal branch as apprentices. When this is the case, the Supreme Kai becomes a Grand Supreme Kai, and the apprentices become a Supreme Kai, although their main purpose is to only oversee their assigned quadrant of the universe, while the Grand Supreme Kai maintain his role as the creator of worlds and life. In each universe, there can be a maximum of 5 Supreme Kais, with only the primary one holding the power of creation. If there are no Supreme Kais left in the universe, even an attendant or disciple can assume the role as an emergency measure. This means that technically, a mortal could be appointed as a Supreme Kai, albeit temporarily until another core person can take their place. Such a case could be with future Trunks during the Goku Black Arc, although due to the limited time, it didn't allow someone like Gaosu to do the ritual to make future Trunks into a temporal Supreme Kai for the Universe 7. With all of that being said, let's go through all the key points of what we have just established regarding the core people and the Supreme Kais. Number 1. All the core people from all universes are born in Core World, which exists in its own realm. Number 2. The core of this world possess immeasurable amounts of divine energy, giving form to the universal tree. Number 3. The branch of the universal tree serves as the source of creation and sustenance for an entire universe. Number 4. The universal tree and its offspring world trees produce magical fruits, giving birth to the core people. Number 5. The core people born from regular world trees can become Kais for one of the universes, while the ones born from the rarer golden fruits produced by the universal branches become the Supreme Kai of their respective universal branch. Number 6. Finally, a Supreme Kai role is to oversee the entire universe and also act as the avatar of the source of creation with the purpose to create and maintain the cosmos. There are still a few things that I haven't explained, such as who or what created the world core. Who instructs the core people to study and become Kai or Supreme Kais? Is the Grand Priest, Zeno-sama, or a completely different entity the answer for all of these questions? For now, I prefer to leave that up to the air, until we can learn more canonical information about Zeno or the Grand Priest's roles in the multiverse. There are other things related to the core people and Supreme Kais I want to expand upon, but the most important one is related to magic power in general, but we will expand upon it in the next video. Finally, there is one more thing I have planned for the Supreme Kais, which is giving them their own version of Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego, similar as the other gods have, but I figure it will be better to make yet another video explaining this, together with the angels and gods of destruction special powers. Before concluding with the video, I will address the power levels of the Supreme Kais. In average, the Supreme Kais and any core people born from a golden fruit are more powerful than the average mortal, thanks to having godly ki. Although, because the Supreme Kais in general are rather pacific and mostly focus in overseeing the universe, they don't have the need to train too often, so power level-wise, they have plenty of room to grow stronger, although there are cases of experienced Supreme Kais that have become quite powerful on their own, such as the case of the Grand Supreme Kai of Universe 7, whose original power may be around tier 80, even superior than the Super Saiyan Blue, for example. There are other powerful Supreme Kais from other universes, as we will see in future videos. Finally, the power of a Supreme Kai while using the source of creation depends of their mastery over it, but fully mastered, a Supreme Kai can have a raw power around tier 90, almost equal to a god of destruction's full power. Alright, that should be for the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel, and if you prefer not to, I still appreciate immensely that you watched the video. With that being said, I hope you have great days to come and see you again soon. Smiley face.